Hello everyone, welcome to Opportunity Attacks. This is episode 33 of our D&D actual play of Keep on the Borderlands. If this is your first time tuning in, you may want to start at episode 1 for context. The link is in the description below. Please like and subscribe so you will know when our next episode will be uploaded. If you've made it this far, I salute your dedication. I think it's time for a real quick update to freshen you up on the story. The heroes went to Olka to help their old mentor Bernard, who was having goblin problems. They tracked the goblins down to an abandoned building in the middle of the woods, which they were headquartered out of. After killing all the goblins, they found a note on the goblin leader. The note was instructing them to disrupt trade with Olka and the Keep on the Borderlands. After reporting their success to Bernard, they then went back to the Keep to tell someone about this note. They spoke with Talbot, the captain of the Keep on the Borderlands, who informed them they were also having similar problems with the road connecting the Keep and the towns of Kvothe and Aquitani. These two towns were in dire need of food due to this trade deficit. Talbot hired the heroes to escort a caravan to both Aquitani and Kvothe. The heroes made it to Aquitani and delivered their goods. Making their way back to the Keep, they stopped at the town of Kvothe and met a priest of Ogma named Livy. In his library, they found the remains of a Volo's guide. Inside of it was a map of the local area. They then went back to the Keep and celebrated the festival of green grass. Not sure of where to go next, the heroes consulted their newfound map, on which they noticed a strange location deep in the woods, labeled as the Caves of Chaos. They then left to investigate this mysterious location. When they got there, they found a huge canyon with a waterfall and stream running down the middle. The walls of the canyon are dotted with caves, and the area appears to be teeming with goblinoids. They entered the closest cave and killed an entire tribe of goblins and an ogre. The neighboring tribe of hobgoblins came down and investigated the carnage, while the heroes hid. The heroes were able to piece together that there is some sort of truce between the goblinoid tribes. They then retreated from the caves to report what they have found. First to Livy and Kvothe, then to Talbot, the captain of the Keep. Talbot also mentioned that somebody named Pascal from Silvery Moon is coming to meet the heroes in about a week. They then went back to the Caves of Chaos and killed an entire tribe of kobolds. They then infiltrated the hobgoblins' lair, killing the entire tribe and saving a few human captives. They left the Caves of Chaos and were met by a messenger who told them that Aquitania was burned to the ground by a little fire people. They then went to Aquitania and found a superstitious Uthgard tribe at the base of the mountain. They then assisted Francisco in killing the fire people in the mine and a fire snake, who appeared to be summoned. Then the heroes went back to the Keep. The Red Wizards came back from the Great Worm Cave and set up a Thayan enclave outside the Keep. The heroes then went to Olka to help Bernard locate their stolen woodworking equipment. They crafted a plan to catch the axe thieves. The axes magically flew away into a strange glade, and down a hole in a large tree, where they entered a strange new realm. They followed the axes to a fairy village, where the fairies claimed that they were trying to protect their village from Olka's logging. They came to an agreement to stop stealing the axes. Then the heroes saved the fairies from a giant toad. The heroes left the Feywild and learned that 15 days had passed, even though they were only gone for a few hours. They went back to the Keep, where Conrad the Red Wizard asked for a meeting with the heroes. He said there's a mysterious, powerful magical item in the area, and he will make them rich if they bring it to him. They then went to Kvothe and met with Pascal the Harper, who also offered to pay them handsomely if they bring the magic item to him. The heroes then went back to the Caves of Chaos, where they entered one of the orc caves, killing the entire tribe. Then they went to the neighboring cave and killed another orc tribe. The heroes then went back to Kvothe, where they discovered the town was attacked by lizard folk. They then went to investigate a strange location in the bog via boat with Alden, the leader of the town of Lullaby. The heroes found a small mesa in the middle of the bog. On top of it was an ancient ruined keep, like the Keep on the Borderlands. They discovered a tunnel system under the keep in the mesa. Inside of a sealed room, there were a handful of ancient letters, which were written right after the fall of the ancient Nethril Empire, 1,830 years ago. The letters were from the Keep on the Borderlands and told the chaotic environment after Karsus' folly. It mentioned that they found a mythaler, and were planning on moving it to the Caves of Chaos. The heroes now think they know the magic item that they're looking for. They then proceeded to kill the entire lizardman colony. They then went back to Kvothe, right after the town was attacked by bugbears and gnolls. They followed their tracks to another abandoned keep in the Lurkwood, and then back to the Caves of Chaos, where they killed an entire tribe of bugbears and saved 7 human captives. Then they fled the Caves of Chaos and made their way back to Kvothe, where they found out the keep had been poisoned. They returned to the Caves of Chaos and discovered a giant guarding the path to the Knoll Cave. They then decided to investigate the secret passage in the Bugbear's Cave. It led to the neighboring Minotaur's Cave, which turned out to be a labyrinth with strange traps and puzzles. They killed the Minotaur. The heroes capture and interrogate a gnoll who tells them that the Mythaler is in the highest cave in the Caves of Chaos. They left the Minotaur Cave to find Livy walking through the canyon looking for the heroes. They then killed the giant. They then attacked the Knoll Cave, killing the entire tribe. They also discovered an ancient Nethril key, also a secret door in the Knoll Cave. Alright, last time on Keep on the Borderlands, we were in the Knoll Cave and destroyed all the gnolls in the Knoll Cave. Past that, we found one of the ancient Nethrese keys to an unknown door or a known door, we don't know. We also found a secret passageway the adventurers have eaten, and yeah, there we are. So currently I would say that Toby and... who's in which room?
We're all gaining food out of here, I think. So
okay. All right, excellent. So, so yeah, have you told them that there is a secret passage and a... Did you show the key?
We can assume.
Okay.
During our meal, yeah.
Okay.
Relay the information that Durhale got.
As far as, so you're eating and everything, so you probably check in on that giant a few times. He's actually just walking into the canyon, and he stops over by his, he eventually kind of finds that dead giant, and he is basically, trying to pull him down from the cliffside. So he's on the opposite side, over by the Cobalt Cave. So yeah.
I share the information with the party.
All right. You finish your meal? What are you guys planning on doing?
Well, so we check out that hidden passage and see where that goes, and then head back and check out what this key unlocks.
Well, the key may go to the Bugbear area.
Yeah.
Might want to go see to that first and see if we can't get something out of it.
We have to cross the canyon to do that. I figured check this door this way before we leave, just because we're here.
This might lead up to the Master's Cavern, though, because they did...
Supposedly it does, because we have the information that there's a way into the Master's cabin through here, so we can assume that it does. I don't know, I'd rather run across and check out that door first before...
No.
And in a sense, that could lead to the other part of what are their names? What are the dog people's names?
Knolls.
I keep on wanting to call them kobolds.
Right now.
Yeah, Knolls. So that Knoll said about the Deep, and this door could open up to the other side of the Deep, which also leads to the Master's thing. And then also where we assume that one thing is, that artifact is.
Okay. I was going to say, I have a feeling that the stairway that was caved in probably leads to the Deep.
Yeah, that was going down.
Yeah.
It's possible, but...
It is the Deep. It might have a lot of ways in.
It's a matter of conjecture until we figure it out ourselves.
Yeah.
Plus,
either way, so we have
keys
two...
normally lead to treasure. Let's go look for treasure.
So, yeah. 2 options. It really doesn't matter. I mean, we're ultimately going to check both of them anyway. I'd just rather not cut across the canyon more than we have to.
If we go across the canyon at this point, the giant's going to be waiting for us.
Yep.
And a little more alert. But hey, we took care of the last giant.
Pretty easily, more easily than you thought, which was good. All right, so which direction are we planning on going?
Out of an old cave, I'm assuming, if no one protests.
Bugbear for me. So the bugbears.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as the cave, we're going to be all the way up here. As far as the giant, he's well off of the map right now. He's currently attempting to. He's actually laying the body down right now, and kind of outstretching the arms. All right, there we are.
So we're gonna
So
fight
you
this
wanna-
guy on our way over, or are we just gonna try to avoid him?
I mean, we
Well,
can.
we don't even see him at this point, so
Well, he's.
if he pops up, we fight him, I think.
Yeah,
So
we
we're
can,
gonna try to avoid him.
We can stealth past. If we can't, we take him down.
Who wants to find Owlbear?
All right.
This is the
So
Bugbear Cave, correct?
it's right here. Actually, it's in the
Yeah, no,
hidden.
that's-
Yeah. So we're gonna sneak down there, sneak over here, and then walk across the canyon. Give me one sneak check. I get a hefty negative. Mine's a -10. But I got a 19, so that is a 9.
17.
16.
22.
14.
Everybody beat me. And I bet a giant has a negative. So there we are. You guys sneak across the canyon, and as far as you get right here, you cross at the bridge, I'm guessing, so you probably take the stealthiest route there is possible. Go up the cavern, and then go across silent as can be. You of course, when you get here, you begin to hear the hooting noise from over this direction, and you disappear into the bushes. We're going directly to the bugbear.
Bugbear place.
Where we found the door.
That doorway was.
Okay, yeah, you go on down, and it's the there are little tiny scrapes and nicks all over the cavern there, and you come to the ancient Nethry's locked door.
Is the scrapes and nicks along the wall, are they more concentrated in this area?
Yeah, definitely around in that area for sure.
And in no other cave. Right?
You haven't seen them in any cave, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, you are there.
As a player, I forgot about the nicks and scrapes. Durhill would have remembered.
oh yeah, you
Oh,
remember.
for sure.
That's why I reminded you.
I remembered.
The thought occurred to me as we approached this door. This could be also holding something in.
Oh yeah. I always thought it was going to be one of those beasts that we fought in the other cave. But killed that one. So do your thing, kid. Unlock the door.
I got to have my weapon out and ready just in case something comes out.
All right.
Alrighty.
What's marching order here? Because it's single file.
I think I'm the only one that can unlock it, right?
Oh,
Because
no.
of the contraption.
Give the key to it. You
Yeah.
put it in there and it locks. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I
not
can
a-
unlock it.
Yeah, anybody can really figure it out.
I didn't know if it was like a puzzle lock or something. Did you want to open it?
Man, might as well if I'm going to be up front.
Okay. I'm ready in action.
Yeah. Ready in action for the door as well.
All right, you unlock it. And we're going to try to push it open, I'm guessing?
Yep.
All right, give me a strength check.
Good thing I didn't open it. Never would have opened.
It's going to be myself because it's single file.
I mean,
You could probably get somebody in there and help.
got a
Alright.
16 to assist him.
Okay. All right.
It's just
Go ahead
a
and roll
help action.
advantage.
It's a 20, I believe. Yeah, 20.
20 was the DC. Yeah, excellent. So you, so yeah, you're actually able to slowly open the door. The door opens slowly with a grinding sound coming from the sand and dirt that has accumulated in the cracks of the door through the ages. Once open, a strong smell gives off, and it's a real ancient and like musty smell. Everybody, give me a con save.
Ooh.
Just question, is this poison?
Yeah.
Halflings have advantage. Well, I have had advantage.
Yeah,
on
we'll
this
give
if
you.
it is.
We'll give you.
Okay.
Is it sleepiness?
No, it's not sleepy.
Is it fey magic?
It's nauseous.
That is a 20.
20, that passes. Did anybody get it below a 10?
6 for
No.
me.
A 6? Yeah, so you feel nauseous. You actually vomit on the floor, And yeah, you kind of don't want to go in there right this moment. That's pretty much it. The room is a small 10 by 10 room.
Makes sense for my noble nature, but like keeping myself clean.
Duriel actually would have remembered about that. But.
And there's a total of 5 skeletal humanoid remains littered about. Also, the room has a writing desk with a skeleton slumped over the chair. Disarticulated, and the joints and everything have degraded through time, so it is literally just a skeleton.
So not any. Oh, I thought that was really loud. Not any flesh left on it, like mummified. So it's like bacteria and shit's been able to get in here to break the body down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And maybe that's where that cloud came from.
The body down.
Yeah. I was just saying because that would indicate that's not airtight then. Anyway, so I wouldn't know that. Okay, well, I go into the room and look around.
All right. So really, as far as what's in there, there is... You can tell that they each have a sword. They all each have a shield, excluding the guy at the desk. On the desk, on the guy's wrist, and of course this would have fallen off throughout the ages, is a very similar, what do they call that? Silver bracelet. Very similar to the one you actually found in the Bog Keep. Very, very similar, and it's laying on the desk. Also, there is a pile of notes, ancient notes, and written in ancient Netherese.
I will look at those notes.
All right. So there are letters. They are letters that are addressed to other people that you've actually... So you recognize names, you recognize dates, and this is definitely correspondence to the Bog Keep.
The letters that we already read.
Now, what I
This
can...
will be the second half of the conversation.
Hello everyone, sorry for the interruption. I'm just going to go over a very small primer so everybody can kind of understand what's going on here. This is very brief. Well, once again, you can find the lore in Ancient Netheril goes real deep. So basically, the Ancient Netheril Empire was over 2,000 years ago, and a good way to think of it is kind of like the Roman Empire, a powerful civilization that existed thousands of years ago that had technology that was well past what we see today, especially magical technology. They were able to push the magical boundaries, and they basically were able to do so because they found these things called the Nether Scrolls, and that's why it's called the Ancient Netherese Empire. They had the ability to cast spells beyond 9th level. This allowed them to, for instance, create floating cities, and that's what they're known for, is the floating cities, where they chop off the top of a mountain. And of course, if you think of Aquatani, that might be one of those mountains there. These floating cities were then basically powered by what are called mythalers. Now, a mythaler is a gargantuan magical battery. It's able to pull magic off the weave in a huge, huge amount. The size of buildings, gargantuan magical spheres is what they are. And it's pretty amazing how far the ancient Netherese were able to go as far as their technology, their magical technology. They were even able to leave the planet. They created spelljammer ships, which were able to actually leave the planet, where they call it crystal sphere is what they call it, but the planet, and go to other worlds. They only did this just a little bit. They found it not very profitable, so they were basically like, let's stay on Faerun. And using this amount of magic attracted what are called Farum. These are evil, toothy beasts that are incredibly powerful, especially against mages. These mythalers was destroying their underground home. Of course, the Farum fought back by turning their land into desert. This is, of course, what they call the Anarok Desert, that gargantuan chunk of desert that was created by the Farum. And humans, being humans, of course, just moved to the east and left the desert to plant their crops and new land. Now, I mentioned there's high and low Netheril. The high Netheril, of course, is the floating cities, and that's where the elite tend to stay, the powerful mages. And then, of course, there's low Netheril, which is the ground, which is where they grow the crops. And now let's go ahead and talk about Karsus, because I've mentioned Karsus's folly. These letters take place just right after Karsus's fall, what's called Karsus's folly, which is the fall of the high Netheril, basically, or the destruction of Netheril society. Karsus was the most powerful Archamist. He was the youngest Archamist to raise a city. He called it Karsus's Enclave, of course, and it even had 2 mythalers. The Farum problem became a huge issue, and of course Karsus felt it his duty to fix this problem. And in negative 339DR, he cast a spell called Karsus's Avatar, which transformed the power of a god into himself. He, of course, chose Mistral. When doing this was not beneficial to the Weave. What ended up happening was the Weave crashed, and therefore magic crashed, and therefore all the Mythalors didn't work, and the floating cities fell. Or at least most of them. There might have been a few that might have survived. One, of course, went to the Plane of Shadow. Karsus turned to stone, and Mistral ended up having to sacrifice herself to recreate or restabilize the Weave. And this reincarnated her into Mystra, the goddess of magic that we know today. But in this small period of time that was in between Mistral and Mystra, the floating cities fell to the ground and crashed Nethril society. So that was just a brief overview of the fall of the Nethril Empire. And of course, this series of notes between three different individuals is kind of dealing with the chaos of post-Karsus's folly, which is basically the fall of their empire. So they're dealing with the chaos of everything that comes after that. The letters they have found are correspondence to the previous found letters in the Bog Keep. This is fairly obvious, so I went ahead and compiled the letters and recorded the three different authors as their own voice actor. First is the Keep on the Borderlands, which at the time was called Kephaneus. This person is done by my voice. The person with the British accent is the Bog Keep, which at the time was called Neho Sarim. The voice that is not mine without the British accent is the leader of the Old Owl Well, which is a keep far to the south and seems to be the place of authority when it comes to the Nethril Empire's ground division, if you want to call it that. Or I guess only division now. Remember, all this takes place about 2,000 years ago, right about the time of the fall of the Nethril Empire. Around about Karsus's folly time period is when this is happening. Alright, as far as the people and places that they're referring to, I'm going to go over it very briefly here. Also on the screen, I'll be putting on visuals addressing what they're talking about, where the authors are writing from and where they're writing to, and of course the dates also. So you may want to watch the screen for a few minutes, just so you get your bearings. So there's the Keep of Kephaneus. Now that is the keep on the Borderlands. In the actual notes and how I introduce them, I'm actually going to call it the Keep on the Borderlands, but it's really the Keep of Kephaneus, so if you ever hear that. The Archamist, or the leader, the powerful mage who is in charge there, his name is Archamist Ingot. Now, there's also the Bog Keep. I'm going to refer to it as the Bog Keep because that's how you guys know it. It's actually called the Keep of Neho Sarim. That's just what they called it back in the day. And then, of course, there's another keep. You're not really sure if it's a keep, actually. It's another Nethril outpost, basically. It's called the Old Owl Well. Now, this one's not on the map. This one's actually far, far to the south. If you played the Lost Mines of Phandelver, you probably know of the Old Owl Well, as it's kind of around Neverwinter is where that is. There's also what they call the Sacred Shrine of the Gods. The Sacred Shrine of the Gods is the Caves of Chaos. And I believe they also mentioned a outpost or a way station. They might mention that. Well, that's that weird little tiny keep that they found in the Lurkwood. Now, here's the first letter in the timeline. It is from the Keep on the Borderlands to the Bog Keep.
Dear Archamist Shirt, Year 3520, Myrtle. Effective date, negative 339 DR. A deluge of refugees are coming from the south. They bring word that the great city of Karsus's enclave has fallen. I'm sending word to the Old Owl Well to send an official report. I'll make sure to send a message to you when I know more. Yours truly, Archamist Ingot.
This is going to be the second letter in the timeline. It is also from the Keep on the Borderlands to the Bog Keep.
The 3rd of Kythorn, 3520. Effective date, negative 339 DR. Dear Archamist Shirt, the refugees are still coming in. The keep now has a tent city around it. This little outpost can't handle this many people. I'm sending 50 refugees to help deal with this chaos. As far as for your flooding problem, I'm fully sympathetic to your situation. However, this seems like it could be at the most unfortunate time for the glacial melt to increase. At least you're on high ground, though, and it's not seeping into your lower levels. Yours truly, Archamist Ingot.
This is the third letter. It is from the Old Owl Well to the Keep on the Borderlands.
The 15th of Kythorn, 3520. Effective date, -339 DR. Dear Archamist of the Keep of Kephaneus, yes, the rumors are true. All of Upper Netheril has fallen. At least all the cities except for Hollandath, Thaltanthar, Anari, and Asram. These floating cities have not yet been located. However, I personally watched Karsus's enclave fall. I have mobilized the entire staff of the well to search for survivors in the rubble. Now that there is no one above us giving us orders, no pun intended, I am now the highest ranking Archamist left so far, and as we know, I will be giving out orders from here on out. Do whatever you can to keep the refugees fed and protected. I will keep in touch when I have more news or orders. Stay safe. Lord Achlid, Archamist of the Old Owl Well.
This is the fourth letter. It is from the Keep on the Borderlands to the Bog Keep.
The 22nd of Kythorn, 3520. -339 DR. Dear Archamist Shirt, the word from the well has made it, and it's way worse than we could have ever predicted. Not only has Karsus's enclave fallen, but all of the cities in the region west of the great expanding desert have fallen also. There is no word on the cities of Anaria, Asram, Hollandath, and Thultanthar, but Mistral be praised that they still may be aloft. The report says that the cities rose up high above their resting altitude and then dropped incredibly fast into the ground. The rumble could be felt for miles. This is absolutely horrific news. This is purely speculation. However, I would guess that this has to do something with that damn mage Karsus. And hopefully with your help we can keep Lower Nethries out of chaos. Yours truly, Archamist Ingot.
This is the fifth letter. It's from the Keep on the Borderlands to the Bog Keep.
26th of Flame Rule, 3520. Effective date, -339 DR. The refugees have become too much. They began to riot and clamor at the gate of the door of the keep for food. The rations that we were handing out were so small that it's insulting to hand them out. I never thought I would say this, but I've abandoned my post. I would have never made it out alive if it weren't for the secret passage, thank God. I'm writing this from the sacred shrine of the gods. I'm now living as a monk in hiding. Hopefully the next time I write you I'll have good news. Your friend, Archamist Ingot. P.S. Thank you very much for the kind gift. That broom of sweeping is definitely bringing some level of civility back to my life.
This is the sixth letter. It is from the Bog Keep to the Keep on the Borderlands.
First of Elysius, 3520. Effective date, -339 DR. Dear Archamist Ingot, I am absolutely shocked you would abandon your post. This is not the Ingot I remember from the Academy of Seventon. However, I completely understand. Your keep is completely overrun by rabble. There is nothing you could have done. The refugees you have sent have passed on to the east due to the flooding. The flooding itself has created a huge bog around my keep, miles in all directions. This grand moat ensures my safety, and I think I will stay here and keep an eye to the east. There's still hope that a few of our floating cities out east may still be aloft. Archamist Shirt.
This is the seventh letter. It is from the Old Owl Well to the Keep on the Borderlands.
The 4th of Eliseus. Effective date, -339 DR. Dear Archamist of the Keep of Caphaneus, tell the Archamist of Neosarim that there is no point in keeping guard of his outpost. The flooding your friend is experiencing is due to the floating cities not siphoning off water in time, and will be completely waterlogged as the area surrounding this keep was once a floodplain. As for the main reason I am contacting you, you must not tell anyone. My men have been searching and scouring the wreckage of Karsus's enclave, with no luck in finding any survivors. The state that we are finding the dead is pitiful. There is not much left of a body when it has fallen from that height. On the day I called the search off, one of my men reported back that he had found something strange. I personally went into the rubble to investigate. We found something amazing. It was the city's mytholer. It's still floating above its base, which cushioned the blow. However, it did not come out unscathed. A large crack has developed down in the center. Thank Mistral, it is still in one piece, and that we had its stand to shrink for its transport. Once back at the well, we activated it using the stand, and it seems to be running at full capacity. Being lower Netherese, I was only trained in rudimentary functions in my mytholers, so we will need to find someone more versed in the subject. It may be possible to find books on this subject, but this would be rare. Anyway, this leads me to why I am telling you this secret information. The Old Owl Well is the largest outpost in Lower Netheril. Keeping it here is a danger. It must be hidden far, far away from the common people. This must be sent to the edge of the world, which is why I seek your help. The sacred shrine of the gods would be a perfect hiding place. Also, it has access to the underground. I will be personally transporting it to you through these channels, and I will stay at the shrine so we can learn of its secrets together. We shall see you soon. Stay safe, Lord Achlid, the Archamist of the Old Owl Well.
This is the 8th letter. It's from the Keep on the Borderlands to the Bog Keep.
The 12th of Eliseus, year 3520. Effective date -339 DR. Dear Archamist Shirt, I spoke to the Archamist of the Old Owl Well. He has been searching through the rubble of the great city of Karsus's enclave. You would never believe what he found. He found the city's mytholer. He's bringing it here to the great shrine using the underground. This is great news. We may bring some level of civility back to the world. I told him about your flooding problem. He said this is a direct result of the floating cities not siphoning off glacial water. This problem is not going to go away anytime soon, and most likely it's going to get way, way worse. I know this is not going to sound noble, and it goes against everything that we were taught, but you should abandon your post also. What use is it to man a keep in a bog anyway? Join me here at the shrine. I have a whole cave system for you and your men. And I hope you won't say you're too good to live underground. Remember, we're all Lower Netherese now. Your good friend, Archamist Ingot.
This is the 9th letter. It's from the Bog Keep to the Keep on the Borderlands.
The 28th of Urktar. Dear Archamist Ingot, this is urgent information. A few months ago, our patrol boats reported that they had spotted Ferrum on the outskirts of the Great Swamp. At first, the sightings were few and far between. They were solitary and spotted at only a distance, and as time went on, the sightings drew closer and closer to the keep. Yesterday, we were attacked. I'm sure that they are coming from the east, most likely from the Great Desert. The drastic increase in the sightings this past few weeks has direly alarmed us. These toothy-covered beasts are almost impossible to defeat. Your best chance for survival is to lock yourself behind a sturdy door, and hopefully in a day or two they will move on. I pray that they do not go beyond the bog. First the flooding, now the Farim. What else could the gods throw at me? But you know me. I, like the few that remain, still call this place home, and we are not eager to abandon it. Your dear friend, Archamist Shirt.
And this is the 10th letter. It's actually not a letter. It's kind of a note scrawled on a piece of paper. And actually, technically, it's addressed to the players, oddly enough, 2,000 years in advance. This is written by Ingot, the Keep on the Borderlands guy. So technically, this is from the Keep on the Borderlands to the players, in a strange, macabre way.
To whoever finds us, the Ferrum were reported at the way station down south. Archamist Shirt warned me that they were coming. Almost all able-bodied men were dispatched to fight the evil beasts, and they never reported back. 8 hours later, 5 Ferrum came rushing into the canyon. With only a skeleton crew left, I took a handful of men and we retreated to my chambers. While the Ferrum are powerful and intelligent, without the key they'll never get in here. It has been 5 days and the Ferrum are still outside our door. I can still hear their toothy maw grating against the hallway. It seems as though they're frustrated but determined. We ran out of water days ago, and it won't be long before we're all dead. At least the evil beast won't gain access to the Mythaler. Most likely you're from the southern colonies, and hopefully not barbarians. Well, if you're reading this, you're not barbarians. If you are from the southern colonies, refer back to my letters with the Old Owl Well Archamist and Archamist Shirt. They will detail more on the Mythaler. The Mythaler is in the topmost cave. We have constructed a special lock and door mechanism that will ensure that the Mythaler stays safe. I have had the Mythaler within my care for a little while now, and I was able to study it. It is an incredibly powerful magical item, as its looks give away. However, the most important part of it is its base. The base of the Mythaler serves many functions. It allows for its shrinking and transport. It allows you to control how the energy is used within the Mythaler, and it also keeps the Mythaler floating safely above the ground. Without its base, the Mythaler is simply just a magical battery, with no real way of efficiently using its power. To our knowledge, this is the last known Mythaler. For civilization's sake, you must not let the Mythaler come to harm, and hopefully you will be able to unlock its secrets. May Mistral guide your studies, and may Tyche grant you good luck. Lord Ingot, Archamist of the Keep of Kvothe.
And that is the conclusion. And that's really, I just wanted to do that just to get it out of the way because I knew you guys would ask me to put them in order. So yeah, gain from that what you will. But there is one of those bracelets on the desk.
Did we take the bracelet from the other dude?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're wearing it. Somebody.
Okay. It's that's the magical one. Okay.
So we can assume, like, in retcon that as he was reading that, he put that into our heads, and we all know that. What we just listened to.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know of a way to transport it.
Mm-hmm. And supposedly where it is.
Give me a history check on. Actually, anybody that's trained, and you have to be trained in history to do it. So if you're trained in history, I'll allow you to take a check.
I have it as proficiency.
Yeah, that's trained.
18.
18. I'll give you something on it. So basically, the Ferrum.
Yeah, I was about to ask about the Ferrum.
Yeah, they are a. I'm not going to give you crazy detailed knowledge on them because you've never seen one, and to your knowledge, they don't exist anymore. But they're crazy, extra-dimensional beings that kind of helped bring down the Nethril Empire. So yeah, and they are hard to kill apparently. So much so you lock yourself in a room and let them go by, basically. So yeah.
With a 7, do I know the word?
Yeah, you've heard of them. I would say you've heard of them.
So, curious.
Uh-huh.
Does the door have a lock on the inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously.
They have a key too.
I'm
There's
going to be looking.
a key on their side.
I'm going to be looking for a key inside the room, other than the one in the door for the
I'm investigating
he-
the room.
Yeah, he said
Okay.
there's a lock and key for the Mythaler itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to see if it's still in here.
Okay.
So I'm assuming he would have brought that with him if he was going to lock himself in there. Investigation.
23 for me.
Mine will be a 26.
Really, it seems to be pretty bare bones in there. There is the ancient writing desk, a chair, a little another place to sit. But all these things, if you were to just barely put weight on them, they would break apart and shatter. So, but other than that, no, nothing else.
I'm definitely going to take the notes and put in my bag.
Okay.
What condition are the weapons in?
Mm-hmm.
As far as they're 2,000 years old, so.
Definitely don't
There'll
have
be
an
erosion,
edge.
but if you're in an area that's, well, I guess it's not airtight since the body is
Yeah, it's not completely
decayed,
airtight.
but-
If you were to bang them around, also, we think of the ancient Nethries as being very technologically advanced. Not really. As far as weapons and armor, you actually have higher tech weapons and armor than they did. They just had higher tech magic than you guys do. So that's really the
I'm
biggest.
just checking
Yeah.
quality and stuff like that. Or they just
They are functional. However, how long? That's the question.
okay. So I guess one of us will grab the bracelet.
Do we
Yes.
want to take an hour to see what it is?
We can, yeah, sure.
Do you
Might as
guys
well.
need a short rest?
We'll take a short rest.
Okay,
Can.
excellent. You take a short rest.
I'm going to go out to here.
During
Well, I
my
guess I don't have to because you get the things going.
during my short rest, I'm going to be focusing on the bracelet.
Okay. Well, if you're
I was
focusing
gonna
on
say,
that,
I
then
could
I'm
just-
going to go out here and watch.
So I get to do that, but whatever's. What's a bracelet of?
Oh, the bracelet. Once again, you study the bracelet, and on it it says it says from Seventon on the actual bracelet. That's in the same spot. It almost looks identical in every way. However, after an hour of investigating, you find out that it actually grants the user one time per day to cast Cure Light Wounds, or Cure Wounds at a base level, and Spare the Dying once per day, each. Which is not a bad item for a low-level item.
No, mechanically though, spare the dying. That just brings you up to 0 HP. and still
yeah,
unconscious.
stabilizes you.
Okay.
You should take it.
Yeah, it's probably not good for me to have.
I'll be outside keeping an eye as well.
Okay.
Okay. Well.
So yeah, you take an hour. As far as the giant goes, it is actually digging a hole over here to bury its friend. They're not barbaric creatures. After about 45 minutes, basically kind of each of you, it almost seems like through telepathy. So like somebody cracked into your line, and it says, "Hello, Tipperton, Toby, Durhale, and Keyleth. I have a proposition. I know you have been proselytized a few times. I wish to give you another and more profitable one. All the money you could want. A group of slaves, maybe, who obey your every command."
Do I recognize who this is?
No, this sounds humanoid. Keyleth, give me a intelligence check.
Come on. Why me? 9.
9.
Yeah.
Nope, not quite. He says, "Whatever you wish. All I ask is you turn away from this place. Your options, you have a few. You can join us, or leave and never come back. My organization is more powerful than those harpers or red wizards. If you want true wealth, turn your backs on this small part of the world, or join us and know true power. Choose one of these, or meet the end of your mortal
Toil. And then it cuts off. And
Did
everybody
you all hear that?
Well, you guys are outside.
Well,
We're
did you
outside.
hear that, Tipperton?
Sounded like somebody's scared. If you
Something
heard what I
familiar.
said.
There's something familiar to me, but I can't think of it. I wonder if the others heard it. Guess we'll just wait for them to come out once they're done investigating.
An hour passes. Or the short.
This happened afterwards.
Yeah, I look at Toby. That wasn't me.
Yeah, because actually that was when I thought. I was like, he'd probably blame Durhale for that. Like, you're just bored of being a dick. If it wasn't you, then who was it?
Possibly the Masters. Largely conjecture, though, since I don't know what these people are capable of.
You guys still inside? Are you outside with us?
I mean, if you guys are, like, did you go outside the cave or did you just go outside the door?
We're out in the bushes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you're a ways away then. Well, you should probably go check on the others. Did you find anything about the bracelet?
The bracelet can heal small wounds and also stabilize the person who's been knocked unconscious.
I sure as hell don't need that. I never get knocked out.
I already have it within my power to do so.
I don't know. Well, yeah, we'll go ask the other ones if the other one wants it. No point in just letting it go to waste.
Correct.
So, okay, well, I guess I'd head out looking for them.
All right, you easily find them. You look outside the cave and you see them. They're on the map.
Did you guys hear that voice? That wasn't you, was it, Durhale?
No, that was not me.
Something was familiar to me about it, but I couldn't remember.
I have to see you in order to communicate this way.
Cool. Maybe you can look through my mind and figure out what was so familiar to me.
Didn't have anything to do with
Never offer that.
familiarity. It was just,
Never. offer
yeah, I
that.
can't even say it.
Those thoughts are private.
Just trying to dig for a reroll.
Well,
Sounds like somebody's scared of us being here.
Does sound that way.
And for now, we can assume that it's the cloaked figure raising the dead.
Possibly.
Do you concur, Doctor?
Right. How would he know to communicate with us? How would he know our names?
How does he raise the dead?
That is actually a true point you bring up, Toby. That's an actual pretty smart assessment, actually.
Hey, it's a low wisdom, not low intel.
He did know our names.
Yeah.
How? I'm not too...
Which
not
means
quite for
either he
sure.
knows somebody and there's information being given to him by someone who knows us or is spying on us,
I
or
mean, like somebody who just randomly walked up here the other day?
Or he's been scrying on us.
what does that mean?
There's magic beyond what I am capable of that is able to perceive our every moments. All they need is a part of us. Whether it be a small fragment of blood or an item.
Which we've all left plenty in here.
So he's gonna know everything and anything we're doing.
Possibly.
Well, that seems kind of pointless. And if he could do that, why is he just now doing it? Because, I mean, you think he'd do that long before we were at the point of destroying most everything that he has here? Maybe?
Let's just say we're lucky that we have my capability of being able to talk without talking.
It's apparently so does he.
But he can send... Well, if he can talk in our heads, let's say he can't get that information.
There are other powers that I do not have that others do, and sending messages long distance is one of them.
Well, yeah, but what if he can see us and spy on us? What says he
If
can't
you
read our minds?
If you want to try an Arcana check on that, you can. I would say only people who are trained, though.
That's like a 18, I think.
Okay, my DC was going to be 15. Most likely the seeming spell. However, I probably broke the word limit on that
You did.
hardcore, but
You did, but
that's
it's
all right.
I do that every session.
The sending spell.
Yeah, definitely the sending spell.
It's possible that he could scry us, but I'm not for sure. That's the only way I can think of that he could have gained our names, by simply us talking about it to other people. I can't think of any other way he could have.
Well,
I say we just leave.
we have no
and
further
bomb it.
information, so
Unless
we might as well move forward until
he
new
is the
information
brewer.
comes to us. Yep, and one of our missions here is to find the brewer in case he is here.
As far as the accent goes, because the brewer had an Amish accent, which means a Spanish accent, he definitely did not have a Spanish accent.
But I can talk in certain accents too.
But not like.
Well, you know what? If he can,
Damn it.
if he's gonna know our every move, why don't we just cave in the entrances and just starve him?
I mean, that is a possibility.
Why don't we
but
just do that? Wait a few weeks, come back, dig him out. Cave in the entrances.
Well,
I'm now
let's stick
thinking-
with the less idiotic plan and move on back to where we were.
What? It's no different than the siege in a city.
from
Yeah,
go
but
ahead,
we're
Tipperton,
here to
you had something to
Find
say.
the Mythaler and deal with the cloaked man. We should move forward to the secret entrance. in
No,
the other
exactly.
cave.
Dealing with the man who can spy on us and know our every move. Cave him in. It won't matter what he knows. He
Wouldn't
can't
you
get
rather
out.
fight with your arms than
I cut off the
Caving
telepathy
in.
between the two.
I start talking out loud.
I start walking?
So as far as he's trying to dig a grave, so are we going to evade the...
Natural 20.
Okay, you're fine. I had rolled the same thing, so I have a 9, -10 for digging a hole.
Were you about to say something, Tipton?
I don't believe caving in would be worthwhile because the magic it seems that he has at his command, he'd be able to remove any kind of a cave in that we can produce.
Well, hasn't cleared up the rest of the cave in leading down.
Probably because he has no reason to. Or that, or he'd have another giant come through and just dig him out.
But then we just kill a giant. I mean, the last one died pretty damn easy.
You're still within range. I think I can still talk to you. I
If
re-entered
you can
both of
find
you
me.
into the telepathy. You can't hide out in the open. However, if my hypothesis of him being the brewer is true, he might not have as much magics as I have assumed he would have. He might not be able to see our every movement. If
So
he
then
is
we're
the
just
brewer,
dealing with a spy then if he can't.
possibly. If he is the brewer, we gave him our names already.
So you're discussing whether to cave in the entrance over here?
Not just that one, all of them. So that way you can't get up.
However, that would take much time, Toby. I can't move Earth. I can move minds, but not Earth.
You can move me as how far I'm still walking. However far I would make it to in this point in the conversation.
Well, after 120 feet, you would be lost to my contact.
Oh.
Alright, well then what do you suggest doing?
Just because he can see us doesn't mean he can stop us. Obviously, he's worried if he's sending bribing, trying to bribe us into leaving the area rather than trying to force us.
I concur with that assessment. May have overestimated what he could do at first glance.
I say we check out the back cave entrance and see if that's the back way to get into the master's area and try to surprise him that way.
Do we want to do this today or later?
What time is it?
What time is it?
Oh, so I know it was close to morning when we attacked the Knoll Cave the first time. I would say it's we'll say it's like 1 o'clock because you've taken a rest and then you've taken a few short rests, and combat doesn't, and then searching takes a pretty good amount of time. So I'd say it's 1 o'clock. As far as burning a day, I have zero issue with you doing that.
We do that. I don't want to do that here.
Yeah, as far as you doing it here, there will be rules. So.
I have no issue with trying today. And do give me that bracelet.
Actually, now that the topic is brought upon it, also found this bracelet. I think you might prove useful with this Tipperton if you wish. Can cure light wounds and stabilize somebody who is dying.
How often does it give that ability?
About once per day for both.
Okay. I'd be happy to take it and use it in need.
All right, there we are.
Do you want to attune to it? I'm assuming it requires attunement.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
So do we want to take another short rest?
No, I'll hold on to it until we're able to rest again.
And what are you doing here in the bushes here?
Going to kill an owlbear.
Okay, so are you just waiting
But I'm
for
also
it?
in range right now, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, you're close enough. You're to hug the corner here, and you're really completely out of view of giants.
120.
Yeah, but you're also going up.
Yeah, you're at an angle. It's not flat.
And I have to have line of sight.
Yeah, line of sight is kind of a big deal.
I'm saying so you can talk to me. I'm still going to kill an owlbear.
We have no idea he's doing that.
Nope.
So,
Are you venturing in the bushes?
Do we ambush the giant then? Kill it while it's distracted?
We can possibly do that.
You
I
begin to
feel
walk
kind
in
of-
the bushes. You see that there is a pretty well-cut big trail that goes directly back this direction.
Am
And
I
are we
keeping
just
my stealth as my natural 20? My natural 20 stealth?
I mean, when that does count, like if there was an owlbear on the path, it sees you,
Yeah.
Might not hear
I'd be
you,
going
but
through the
it'll see
bushes.
you.
and then eventually you come to a cave, or you see a cave. I'm not saying you go to a cave. A cave opening. This looks like a natural cave, actually, though. So which makes it.
I'll approach and peer into it.
So you peer into it. You hear a slight dripping sound.
I can't see anything.
It's dark. Oh yeah. So it goes left and right. The dripping sound seems to be coming from the right. It's of course a pretty large cave, and I can actually get out the map.
I'll just go. I'm just
Yeah.
going back.
What did you ask me?
You might as well grab it because this is.
I was asking if we wanted to go out and ambush the giant and take it out while it's distracted.
And I said it is possible, but I do bad to say I kind of feel bad if I did it now. But
I agree, however, it's a threat, and we can't chant. We need to take the opportunity to take it down with the least amount of problems, because it will most likely try to kill us if it spots us.
well, let me see if I can't find Keyleth.
Unless you think you can talk to it and get it to go away.
Don't worry so much about putting that up.
Which
Because I'm just
I
going to
don't know
turn
if they're
around and
that
walk
smart.
away. But now that it's over here,
I
I'm
can convince it I'm the one
I
of
plan
the
on telling them
masters again.
about what I found. So.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, can do that.
But there's a possibility of my magic failing.
And then we will have a surprise.
Correct.
Yeah, I like ambushing.
Okay. Let me see if I can't find Keyleth, because I can't see him. I'm gonna check my sensors. Now I probably see him.
Yeah, you saw him bolt between bushes.
He's, I'm assuming, on his way back.
If you were to, so you're actually going to go back up this direction?
Yeah.
Give me another stealth check.
Natural 18 plus 19, 20.
He is now done digging,
25.
at least for the current time. You beat him. All right, you sneak back on up, and you disappear in the bushes, I'm guessing. Keyleth comes into the bushes here.
Are we over the whole cave-in idea? Because I found another cave, and that just add one more cave for you to bring down.
I was just talking about the ones that have an entrance that lead to them, but whatever.
Well, there's another cave in those bushes down there where we keep on hearing the hooting.
Do we want to check that out? Because we know there's probably
something
that
there.
feathered creature down there. I mean, it hasn't caused a problem so far.
So are we going to rest up here longer? What's your guys'...
Let's go
What'd you guys come up with?
Let's go take down the giant now.
Yeah. So is it? You said it's done digging now?
He's done digging, yeah. He's just kind of standing there. He hasn't finished the grave. He's just taking a break. A giant grave is very deep. It's deeper than 6 foot.
Well, he built a grave for 2.
All right, so...
What do giants speak?
Giant.
Can you talk to it? Do we want to talk to it?
Already said I could, but there's potential that my magic could fail.
Well, the other issue is more than likely they've got to deal with the masters already, so why would the masters kill it? And we're the only ones here. He might just get pissed off and attack us anyway, so...
Sure.
Or if we go straight to the master and kill it, he might not have a reason to be here. If one of us is injured badly, then we'll have to wait that much longer before we go and see the master's cave.
Well, let's go kill the giant. Our opportunity is slipping by.
Yeah, I vote for the giant because even if we have to rest afterwards, it just gives me another day to recover from my fatigue.
Alright, let's go
Alright.
kill a giant.
It's actually digging kind of a grave approximately kind of somewhere over this direction. And it actually went down and it's sitting on the boulder now. Taking a break.
So, which way is it facing?
Facing towards us.
So, with our height, we could probably belly crawl. How much of an angle are we at from the giant? Like, if we stick against the far wall and kind of hunch over, can we stay below the ledge where he can't see us?
Oh, you mean up top?
Yeah.
I would say if you really I'd say if you really tried and you were like crawling, I mean literally crawling along the edge here,
that would take way
I
too
would
much
give
time.
you wild advantage. I'd give myself a -10 and I'd give you guys advantage. Like that's how, which basically means you better pass. So
Don't worry, I'll get a 1. Oh wait, I can reroll those. Hey.
Well, I went up and down this
here's
thing
a
couple
giant
times.
model. Ba-ba.
Totally
Oh,
looks
hey,
like a
it's
wizard
that
with
dude.
a pistol.
It's my WFRP guy.
He's painted now, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right.
I just kind of want to dart over to these bushes. Just down. Or you want to stay up on top of the cliff?
I would say stay up on top just so we can get closer. Because, like, if we go down in front of him, I have no idea how good his eyesight is. So, he might be able to see us.
Or how well we can fight him from the cliff.
Yeah, and he has to move up to us. How can it throw rocks?
Yeah, they do have the throwing a rock ability.
Oh, wow, it's just, yeah.
However, it
I
could
would
be
say
assumed.
if the archers can get over to here and be here before we make a shot, that would give us
And
a
I'll
good
just
advantage.
stay up here and wait till it gets up here.
He walks
it'll
over
have
to
to
the river.
climb.
Starts to drink from the river.
Move!
yeah,
Yeah,
tell me
yeah.
when you want to move. My guy will just keep.
Like,
He's just
"Shut
keep
up,
doing his
run."
giant stuff. So yeah, he starts drinking. He drinks a surprising amount of water. Goes back over this direction, and he begins to work on his grave again.
Keyleth, you want to make the first shot, and then I'll
So
follow up?
Is he still digging the hole?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so he hasn't. Okay.
Yeah, takes a
Alright.
long time. He's digging by hand too, with like a stick. So
Oh dear God.
yeah, no, this is taking a while. A tree. So
Alright.
are we taking a stealth check to get to here?
No, I'm just shooting from here.
Okay,
Yay.
go for it.
And so if I hit, I get crit basically. Is
Yeah,
what it all breaks
but not
down to.
sneak attack.
No sneak
Are we
attack.
just all shooting then?
Also, he's the first one in his shot. Doesn't he get a sneak attack?
He gets advantage if he's first.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, and that would counteract disadvantage?
Mhm.
Okay.
So it's just
Well,
So he
yeah,
doesn't
so it
have
becomes a
advantage.
normal
That
hit.
helps.
He doesn't get sneak attack,
Yeah.
just double.
But because I don't have advantage, I don't get the sneak.
Well, I mean, I'm going to shoot too, just for shits
I
and
don't
giggles, see if I
have
can hit it.
I'm just waiting for him to be done. I was just sure.
22 to hit.
You got him.
3, 4, 5.
Total 5 damage to the giant. He barely notices that. He just kind of swats at his... I mean, it's initiative time after this, but still that's like a thorn. See?
17 to hit.
Oh, 17 hits?
11.
11 does not hit, but it's close.
Okay. And that is 6 points of damage.
6, excellent. And so how much did you kill it?
21.
21, so 6, 21, 27.
No, 21 was his initiative.
Oh, your damage.
5.
5?
Yeah.
Oh, my, yeah.
Yeah, 5, 6, 12.
You rolled a 1.
11.
I rolled
All right, did you do
a
any
1
damage?
and a 2 for
Oh, okay.
damage, plus 2 for my...
He's out of range for me.
Oh, I see. All right, so then, of course, we go to initiative.
If he's barely felt that and is distracted, does he still know where it came from?
Hey, you've done a total of 11 damage. He's,
Oh, I forgot. You shot too?
yeah, arrows point directly where the person shoots you from. Excellent. As far as the giant goes,
Good.
yeah. Right here. So it's Keela's turn.
15 to hit.
15 hits.
7 damage.
7 damage. All right. Now it would be the
Wait,
giant's
I'm at
turn.
disadvantage right now, aren't I?
No. You still got to act before him.
Okay, yeah.
18 damage. He begins to pick up a rock and he begins to hurl it toward your direction.
He was in range.
Oh yeah.
Throwing weapons like 40 feet.
Oh yeah, that is true. You'd imagine.
Well outside it.
Yeah.
You're like,
Well,
we're at like 280.
I don't know. He may have special
180.
stuff for it. And tell you in there.
Oh yes. Oh,
Range
yes.
is probably like 120.
We're
Yeah.
at like 200.
2, 4, 6. He's
We're
gonna.
180 feet away.
Let me see the stick there.
If you want to be technical, we're like 240.
40. And so this would be at disadvantage. He's going to be tossing it at you, and he has wild range. Oh man,
Yeah.
a maximum of 240 feet.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
it's wild.
Which is... Never mind.
But that would be, he's at a disadvantage if it's under 60.
How big's
so
the rock?
Probably boulder size.
we'll find out due to how much damage you get. He completely misses. Total of 13 to hit Keyleth. Nope. All right, he misses, but a gargantuan boulder.
Total of 13 to hit? What the fuck?
I rolled a
You have
5.
cover now.
Yeah, but good
Yeah.
lord.
These are massive boulders. Just say the.
He doesn't need to be near you. He just
Yeah, he just has to hit your
proximity.
general area.
Yeah.
It's a hell of an attack bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You got lucky on that last one. Now we of course go to Durhale's turn.
He moved up, though.
He did move up a little bit. He
Okay.
moved just a regular move.
I'm going to move along the wall a little farther. Another 30 feet.
20 per inch.
How far away from me is he right now?
20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120 exactly. On the point. You could actually say you get within that 120 if you want to divert your movement a little bit.
Okay, intelligence saving throw for mind thrust.
Oh, he passes it with a... Well, I don't know. Let's see what his negative is. Base roll of 18. A negative 3. A 15.
That passes.
Yeah.
Just barely.
He winces and reaches down for another boulder. There we are, going to the next person's turn. It's Tipperton's turn, and then Toby.
To hit.
22 hits.
5 damage on the first shot. Second
All right.
Shot. Net 20. damage.
11 damage, excellent. All right, going to Toby's turn.
Yeah, so I'll just shoot it again. It's not up here yet, so I'll move up, trying to work my way to the front. And I'll shoot it. That is a 24.
Are you still half speed?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
but I have improved movement now, so now
Yeah.
I'm a little bit faster than that. Second shot missed, but first shot hit.
We're gonna have to rest like 2 days.
9 points of damage. And I moved up 15 feet.
All right. There we go. All right. So then we go back to the top with Keyleth.
Wait, how close has he moved?
120 from Zero.
Yeah, to 120 from Durhale, which you're basically essentially in that same zone.
14 to hit.
14 hits.
7 damage.
7 damage, excellent. It is now Durhale's turn. No, it is now Giant's turn. So Giant will... He's going to move another 40 feet.
Do it. Get within feet.
And then he is going to toss another boulder. This one is going to be at... Keyleth's the only one... You're in range. I could hit you.
He's out in the open. I'm still in the bush. Just saying, Durhale's in the open. I'm in the bush.
Well, still, it's... Once you shoot, you're
Yeah.
technically uncovered. We're going to go at Keyleth on this one. 20.
Ouch.
$20 damage plus 5. 25 damage. A boulder smashes against the cliffside and then falls down on your like kind of hip area, pushing you aside. There we are. Going to the next person's turn is Durhale.
He's within 80 feet now?
I believe so. Exactly 80 feet, actually, a little bit within. So.
Okay. Let's go ahead and just do another intelligence saving throw.
Fail.
Sweet. That is 10 points of damage.
10 points. Excellent. All right.
I'm moving another 30 feet along the wall.
There we go. So it's Tipperton's turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and make my 2 shots. Uh, 28 and a 20.
Let's see. A 20. Yeah, no, they both hit.
8 damage and 10 damage.
Now he's looking beat up, pincushioned by many arrows, peppering his face and his upper chest area. It would be Tipperton's turn, or Toby's turn.
I'll move up another 15 feet. I should be near the end of the bush thing. I'm the dark blue.
Yep.
Okay, I'll shoot it. That's a 16 or a 15. That's a 10. So first, well, the only shot that hit is 10 damage.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's it.
And that did a number on him, so that actually hit him kind of square in the forehead. You can, everybody give me a wisdom saving throw, a wisdom check. Analyzing what's up with these
That is a
giants.
6.
Okay. It's a DC of 15.
18.
Okay, you got it.
Get it.
So these things are fighting. It's near death. It should be running away now. It's not. It's weird for a thinking creature, which giants are. Giants aren't just mindless things. They're like anybody else. They'd be running by now. 75% health. So yeah, there we are. Going to Toby and then back to the top with Keyleth.
I shot
Toby
him.
shot.
Yeah,
so
I shot
it's
him.
Oh yeah, back
Yeah.
Keyleth.
How far away is he now?
Oh, he's well within range, I would say.
No, it's checking.
20, 40, 60, 80, exactly 80.
Cool. 16, 21.
21, excellent.
That's my third 5. 7 damage.
Excellent. There we go. So it's Giant's turn. Giant is going to throw. This one's going to be a Keyleth because you were last to hit. I got you there.
I'm uncanny dodging this time.
Okay. 10, 15, 20 damage.
It's 10.
There we go. Then it would be Durhale's turn.
Seems not to like you, Keyleth.
Intelligence saving throw.
Fail.
That would be 9 points of damage.
9 points, so that would put him at.
104.
Is still standing. He shakes and then he kind of goes to his knees and stands up. Everybody give me a perception check.
He's crying.
22.
Okay, yeah. DC of 20.
20.
No, I don't see it.
14.
All right. So at this point, it kind of out of the corner of your eye, you see that there is a black form standing in front of with 2 skeletons standing at the front of the master's chamber. So that was Keyleth's turn. The giant.
Just hit me.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, Durhale.
yeah, Durhale, and then Tipperton. Tipperton's turn. Yeah,
16.
16 hits. He's dead. 1 hit point left. So yeah, you clock him in the eye. He goes around, kind of stumbles around blindly as you begin to continue to pepper him with other shots. He falls down after a little while near the grave of his fallen friend. And yeah, the figure actually stands there for a moment and then walks back into the cave. Thank you for watching Keep on the Borderlands. Once again, please like and subscribe to Opportunity Attacks so you never miss an episode.